Yo, man, I want to speak about relationships. We're in an age of a short-term relationship. The media, what you see, the internet does not want you to be in a long-term relationship. We have websites like Ashley Madison that actively go and tell people to destroy marriage and families, and man, I can't deal with this.
He said he loved her, I guess it's just a word. To some it's just like a curse, to others it's not enough. To him it was like a habit, it's something that just occurred. It wasn't as much a feeling as much as it was absurd. So 6 months he said it but never felt it. When Tanya had said it back, it wasn't so unexpected. Kissed her and held her nervous, thinking about Alexis. His other bud kept to the side, at least for present. But Tanya's perfect, maybe it's just a thrill. The secret's a text message of £50 in her bills. And soon as the thrill stops, it got her, should she be off? No remorse, life had taught him that simply is who he was. The years passed, he had Kimberly and Zara, Lisa, Latoya, Kirsten, he'd Nikki and he'd the Dana, a Lindsay, Anna and Amanda, a Debbie and family planner, abortion, but for the moment it's back to just him and Tanya. And if loyalty was royally, we messed about cause when it comes crashing, we marketed temptation to couples to creep about, when it comes crashing, trying to keep an orthodox approach to world southpaw. When it comes crashing, monetize divorce or issue a marriage outlaw. She had married him for years, well 30 to be exact. She gave him a home and kids, a life that he wanted bad. She put up with the pretense of perfection and squalor, and never had she been strayed or tempted from dropping back. She didn't love him, not that it mattered. Divorce was not an option. She had learned from her father that the harder that it gets, then the harder that you try. With his drinking and his gambling, she often wondered why. But he provided, she was blinded by normalities, excited by his salary, divided by the agony. She was old, she was far from being bothered to go looking for another, only he had been a lover. So I guess it goes to your own. She had swore to him an oath, better, worse and much more, and she would die before she had to go and leave and restore her faith, ignore whatever possible to keep it afloat. And if loyalty was royally, we messed about cause when it comes crashing, we marketed temptation to couples to creep about, when it comes crashing, trying to keep an orthodox approach to world southpaw. When it comes crashing, monetize divorce or issue a marriage outlaw. Years ago, cheating men didn't have the internet, so you'd meet them in the pub or at your work. And don't forget that a woman with a job was a minority, so getting some historically was probably a thought that's better left. Need a cheating public eye with your friends at your side. We'll take a calls into your house with your kids and your wife. You need to find a woman fine with wrecking homes that divide your time aside at a time when marriage was seen divine. But nowadays we're forced to go and compare, and Facebook and Instagram with women in underwear, and data via online is rising and kept discreet and catered to those specifically wanting to go and cheat. It's an age where secrecy's jeopardised, while concurrently preserved but dodging the public eye, and people keep their disguise, the top men with alias. Welcome to the age of the short-term relationship. And if loyalty was royally, we messed about cause when it comes crashing, we marketed temptation to couples to creep about, when it comes crashing, trying to keep an orthodox approach to world southpaw. When it comes crashing, monetize divorce or issue a marriage outlaw. When it comes crashing down.
So people, welcome to the Besides and On podcast. We're actually testing out a kind of new pilot. I keep saying pilot, it's not pilot, we're not like putting it towards radio or something like that, but it's a pilot for us.
Could totally do that.
That'd be pretty cool, but we're hoping for it to be a regular thing as well, so that'd be fucking awesome. So,
we're already releasing one weekly, we're hoping this is going to be another weekly thing.
Well, this is it.
Hopefully.
I've just taken it to add to content, because it seems like the guest stuff, enough as it is, I want to do more. And I feel like a weekly kind of news thing, and it's something I've wanted to do as well for a long time, so.
The problem with the guest thing is that the content is very random.
Aye, totally.
It could be...
Like, we've had like breakdancers, magicians, fucking musicians, fucking
politicians,
promoters, label people, politicians, fucking debates randomly. Anyway. So it's a bit random.
I'd eventually like to get it sort of hear debate every few months. Hear this once a week.
But we're taking old school.
We went old school.
We went Desert and Dick style, son.
I've got my first newspaper, which I didn't connect with Liez.
It's weird because it's not on the internet. You can't click anything.
Nah.
So now
I tried to like
Try and click it.
I tried to like a story earlier and I didn't.
Try and click it. No, it doesn't work. So
Moves people.
no, you didn't get the full article coming up in front of you. It's mental. But
what's good though is that I didn't need to pay to read each article.
Aye.
So
that's kind of perfect.
Although I can't share it on Facebook.
And you didn't need to like the newspaper first before you could fucking...
But that's the problem. I tried to like this.
Aye.
And it didn't work.
That's it. Then it shares automatically to your Facebook and that. Then you got a virus on your computer. Anyway, we've taken that too far.
We've taken it way too far.
The idea is today a weekly show. I kind of like going through the newspapers and stuff like that and
Do you?
finding mad stories.
Stop lying.
Nah, I'm lying anyway. Fuck it. But it's quite interesting for us to talk about kind of certain stuff. And of course, play music.
I've been missing that.
We come from a music background, in a sense. So
With Desert and Dicks, we had a radio.
Because we also done a music podcast with that as well. So, but basically that tune that we played there was We Day with a track called Marriage Outlaw. He's got a video out for that right now. He actually has an album called Shift of a Modern Culture. It's released through Power Cut Productions. So if you want to check more for WD, check the video for Marriage Outlaw, try and get a hold of his album, go to powercutproductions.co.uk. Go and check Nori WD. He needs to be checked a lot more, I feel. And I like his work, man. I like his work. I've got an interview coming up with him as well on my other podcast, Scotland Stand Up. Plug numbers. I've probably plugged it more times than I could count, so...
Oh, for this podcast it's
no, just altogether. For this specific podcast, one. But we've got some news stories, man. We're going to chat away about them. What, are we going to start with the extremely ridiculous one first?
What's the extremely ridiculous one?
The Prince.
Oh, aye, fuck it. Let's just start with that one.
We'll start with that one first, man. I'll go for that.
I'm so interested in this one.
It's of course from the Daily Mail.
Which is the best place to get news stories.
Basically, it's a bit like Wikipedia in that sense. Some of it's like bullshit could be added sometimes.
Some Wikipedia is true though.
Aye. I think all Daily Mail is rubbish. So Prince was diagnosed with AIDS 6 months before he died and refused treatment because he believed God would heal him. Now I've heard of this happening before, to be fair.
Aye.
I've heard of people saying that, and they go to these people.
Americans.
Usually Americans. I wonder if that happens in the UK. You get these people that do that.
I think it's illegal to do it to your kid. Mm-hmm. If your kid's got a medical thing, they need to be checked. I think.
Right. Fuck knows. But I did hear that he was diagnosed with AIDS. Says he contracted HIV in the mid-90s, but the condition developed into AIDS 6 months ago. Anonymous sources have claimed.
So it might not even be Daily Mail.
It was the Daily Mail, that's what happens.
I wouldn't be surprised though. Mm-hmm. I mean, the amount of shagging Prince must have done.
I thought God would heal him. Pop superstar has been preparing to die for some time, it is said. By the time he died, Prince weighed just 80 pounds. Jesus, fuck!
Man, Nick's burger weighs about 80 pounds.
Sources have claimed Purple Rain singer also rumoured to be addicted to painkiller Percocet, which I've never heard of that one, but I'm assuming it's just a normal...
It'll just be like paracetamol.
Painkiller. One thing I've totally fucking forgot about that I just learnt the other day, that he was a Jehovah's Witness.
Aye. You know Kenny was a Jehovah's... I'm not a huge Prince fan. I never ever claimed to be. I ken that maddens people when fucking people are like, oh, I love Prince just because he died. But I've never claimed to be, but this news story was interesting. But I seen like some mad conspiracy theory that somebody put up. There was an interview Michael Jackson was a Jehovah's Witness as well, was he not?
Was he?
Sure he was, aye.
Jesus. So I
they're all the same.
Pretty interesting news. That
all those weird musicians from back in the day, they all seem to be...
It's fucking nutty, man. So do you think he did fucking refuse?
If he's a Jehovah's Witness, then probably, I mean...
So this actually fucking is a big point there.
Jehovah's Witnesses are... I don't know what I mean, but they're mental. I mean, it's really...
I wonder if we could do that any better.
But it's also American religion seems to just be an extra
an extra sandwich stall at your picnic box.
Oh.
It seems to do that to people.
Days before he was found dead in a lift at his Paisley Park mansion in Chanhassen, I've probably fucked that up, Minneapolis, he had been seen making runs to a local pharmacy to pick up bags of prescriptions. And I love this. An employee you'll hate this as well. Because when I say I love, I mean I'll hate. An employee at the Walgreens that served him said, "We were all just shocked that he came in last night looking so beat. We said, we are praying for you." Could you do any less?
Make me a sandwich or something.
So
praying for him seemed to go quite well.
Oh, well, that's it. He said almost under his breath, "Maybe if you prayed for me a year ago, it'd be different right now." Then he waved and said thanks anyway.
What a passive aggressive cunt Prince is.
Man. I think he's been known for being a pretty passive aggressive cunt.
Is he a prick?
A wee bit. He's a bit of a weirdo though, as well.
He's a musician.
As some of these creative people are. Pretty weird. But aye, interesting story. AIDS.
Doesn't surprise me at all. I mean,
nah.
Is he straight or is he gay or what?
I'm not sure actually. Not again.
I always thought Prince was straight.
There he is with a drugged woman. It looks like on his shoulder.
I think he is straight.
Aye, probably.
Or bisexual.
I reckon.
A lot of musicians back then tended to be bisexual, like David Bowie, and that was bisexual. So
right. Fuck knows.
They just stuck their cocks wherever they could find a hole, basically.
Find a hole.
Just loads of cocaine and holes. That was life back then for musicians.
Man, it's unfortunate. Like, have you heard any Prince's music?
No, really.
I'm assuming you have at some point, but
I have heard. I've probably heard loads of his music, but
there was a thing released that was like.
I've heard that song in Batman.
I can't remember that song.
Nah, neither do I. I just heard it like a couple of days ago and I can't remember what it was.
I mind fucking somebody like released a video. It was obviously the day he died. There was two lassies in like a subway train thing.
Right.
You know, seen this one? There's two lassies in the subway train doing a Prince song, and just a random guy.
A random guy in the train.
Random guy starts joining in. I knew that song.
He wasn't very good.
I thought he was alright.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
You got a reasoning for that, or you just saying?
It just seemed very. Was that an actual Prince song, or did he have his own lyrics? Because it didn't seem like it was well written.
I think. Miss Pop songs are well written, so
that's a good point.
There you go. But I'd heard that song before. I was trying to look for it, and I didn't get the name of it. So I was tapping.
What's that fucking noise?
Fucking knows. It actually sounds like the roof's going to cave in at some point.
It does.
Aye. And it's way new. Anyway, so fucking Prince. Aye, totally.
It doesn't surprise me. The amount of shagging he must have done. I mean, that's how easy he got fucked up as well. He was just shagging loads of people.
Shagging all cunt. And then fucking that happens, man. So BHS, I don't know too much about the story, so you'll hit a...
So basically, a couple of days ago, I'm sure, BHS announced that it was going into admin. They're looking for somebody else to buy BHS and keep it going. And it came out that Philip Green was taking.
Is he like the owner of BHS?
He's like the big mental case. Although, according to this, Philip Green bought BHS in 2000 for a sum of 200 million and controlled it for 15 years. But it was registered under the name of his wife Tina, who lived in Monaco.
Right. Oh, for taxes and shit?
For tax purposes, so it was technically her that owned it, although he paid for it. Dirty fucking
dirty bastard.
Business owning cunt. So basically they had a bunch of money in the pension fund for people that were retiring, obviously. And it went into a deficit of, I think it was about 500 million. But as Carlo was saying in the podcast we just had, it was apparently the deficit was only about 200 million, but the 500 million figure came from costs to run the deficit down, like lawyer fees and stuff. So it's like 300 million to get rid of a 200 million deficit. It seems like economics isn't very nice.
No. Should probably touch on that as well. We had Carlo
Morelli.
Carlo Morelli, and I keep forgetting his fucking name for some reason. We had him in, that should be out in a few weeks as well, so it'll be pretty awesome. Just talking about economics, man.
There is a funny bit in here though. It's a picture of Philip Green as a cake.
Mad. You want to explain this newspaper actually?
So I'm reading this from the Socialist Worker, which is a weekly newspaper that's released by the Socialist Workers Party.
Could you read the first, like the headline at the beginning?
The front page headline.
The front page headline, aye.
The front page headline.
That was interesting.
Is 96 were killed by cops and Tories.
Oh. So that's this sort of thing you see in the Daily Mail.
Or the Sun is what the joke I made. Steal my jokes and that.
Oh, it's brilliant.
But obviously that's referring to the Hillsborough thing. I didn't know much about it. I know that there was some conspiracy going on with the police. They fucked up somehow. I didn't know how they fucked up.
Right.
But they tried to blame it on fans. They tried to claim that a bunch of fans were in without paying.
Right.
And so they chucked the blame on all the fans and never took any of their self. But apparently it was something to do with them that fucked up. I don't know exactly what happened. But
as
thankfully,
soon as that story we probably should have covered, but
the family of the 96 people have finally been able to charge the police involved. So
for like negligence or something.
I think something like that. So they're getting justice anyway. They're getting justice. But I seen a Facebook post. It was a football page. I think it was maybe a Liverpool FC page or something like that, or a fans page for Liverpool FC that posted up another guy. He's considered the 97th victim of the Hillsborough disaster because on the day of the disaster he sold his ticket to his pal, and his pal was one of the guys that died in the thing, and then a few years later he committed suicide due to it. So
Jesus,
that's brutal.
It was rough.
That's brutal as fuck.
Rough shit. Fucking hell.
So let's say Philip Green cunt now.
It's again just another one of these fucking corporate pricks.
No care for the worker.
No care for
the workers made him all this money, and he's like, but I can make more money if I just fuck you there as well.
Totally. What an arsehole, man. It's sickening because you see it happening all the time, but nobody really.
Like, is it not enough to just own a big, huge corporation?
No, need more. Need more money.
What's he going to do with the money? What's he going to do? Buy 2 yachts instead of one?
This is one of the fucking biggest arguments that you hear rich people talking about.
I mean, 400 fucking million. His wife got. No, 40 million.
40 million, aye. It's one of these things that just rich people, they conserve all this money and then fucking.
A year later, he collected a £1.2 billion dividend from Arcadia, the group that owned BHS. It was more than 4 times Arcadia's profits. It wasn't taxed since it went to his wife in Monaco. So 1.2 billion untaxed money just went to him. Like, that's an obscene amount of money.
That's it. But that's their thing is like, it's for the future generation sort of thing. They could pass that money down.
The fuck?
And
he passed it to his generation so his son could do the same fucking thing. Have they even got a beer?
It's just this idea of accumulating so much fucking money that you can't do anything with it is absolutely pointless. Eddie Huang was talking about this on the Joe Rogan podcast. He was like, maybe you should get like a cap to how much money that you should have. Like, how much money do you need to live for the rest of your life? Cap there, that's it.
Or cap, like, so you've got luxuries. Like, 1.2 billion, you're never going to.
No.
You're never going to spend that.
No.
It's literally impossible to spend. I would imagine it's literally impossible to spend that. Sir Philip Green bought himself a 3rd luxury yacht a few weeks ago.
A 3rd boat.
I need 1 boat.
I want a wee rubber dinghy. No, it'd be cool to hear a boat, but
a yacht? What the fuck do I need a yacht for?
Nah, it's pointless.
What, like 2 pals? What am I going to do? Invite them all on my yacht?
I'd say they say yacht, but it'll be like a massive boat.
Oh, it's a fucking cruise ship.
Like when they say yacht, you picture in your head a wee boat with a wee fucking.
No, I didn't. I pictured the Red Dragon for Rush Hour.
Oh, right.
That's the shit I pictured.
So he's got 3 of them.
It's a fucking cruise ship,
3
Lord.
Red Dragons for Rush Hour.
It's a fucking
so stupid.
Cruise ships, man.
Like, it's like having like multiple cars. I don't understand that either. Although I could see the appeal, but
I can maybe see that you'd have one,
like one for running about, one for just flashy fuckness.
then one for maybe off-roading. Mm-hmm. But even then, you didn't need it.
No, it's just unneeded luxury. Like when you look around this house, there's no luxury here at all.
No.
You could fucking buy some stuff that would enjoy. Like we didn't have a telly in here, so what we done was we bought a projector at like half the price that you would get a telly, and we didn't even watch live telly. So
no,
it's just
we just use it for films occasionally.
But
so we weren't willing to spend £600 on a big TV.
This need for luxury is fucking just. I despise it. I absolutely hate it. It's fucking just live within your means, enjoy life. Having a fucking PS4 isn't going to make you fucking much happier, is it? Really?
No.
It's fucking pointless.
Maybe for a day or two until until you get used to it.
Well, that's what we got the PS3. I was excited to get the PS3. I never use it.
No.
Never used the fucking thing. When's the last time you were on it? That's it. And this is like the small scale shit, like a PS3 we got second hand. You're talking about 3 yachts this guy's got. It's just fucking dumb extra bullshit.
How do you use? You literally can't use 3 yachts at the same. You can't just give one at your son. Why would your son need a new yacht?
I
don't even care if he's got bearings.
He's a fucking.
I'm just assuming this shit.
Little bastard, man. It's just fucking ridiculous.
This is why I should have mentioned this to Carlo because he's an economist and I'm not. That I think it should be a bunch of small companies instead of a few fucking massive companies. Because then that way, the CEO of a bunch of small companies is not going to be hoarding 1.2 fucking billion pounds. No. He's going to be hoarding a couple of $100,000. But everybody else is also going to have, maybe not a couple of $100,000, but they're going to have money as well. The money that is going to be in the economy as opposed to in his fucking yacht safe.
Eddie Huang's idea was like if you cap, say, 500 million, even that's probably too much for some people, but he says cap it 500 million. That way, like the extra money can go back into like some sort of taxation back into the economy, sort of feed it back in. There's no way you're going to spend that 500 fucking million unless you're a mental case and you buy 8 fucking boats or something. But that's probably, I think that's quite a good idea, capping it. So that you're just no fucking...
And that still means that if you go under 500 million, you can then get yourself back up to 500 million.
Totally. That's it. Like, you could always go up to 500 million.
Aye. So then once you get to 500 million, the tax income is...
Because that I think is enough for anybody, really.
Aye.
And that way, so that the money's feeding back into the economy, kind of helping everybody else as well. And it's not just sitting there under a chair. Like, it's just
and it's not going to be a big problem for the poor.
No.
Because if the poor have 500 million pounds, they're not fucking poor.
No, that's it. That could probably help a lot of, like, for welfare and stuff like that as well. That could probably help a lot of that as well.
Because you're going to get a lot of people like, what, really, I make money, then I didn't get to keep it. Like, you've got 500 million, mate, you've already made more than anybody else that's working equally as hard as you is going to make in their fucking lifetime. Like,
that's it.
Accept that you fucking won. You won. You've won life.
That's it.
Just fucking calm the fuck down.
I think there's because I brought up this argument to you before about Joe Rogan when he was talking about he works hard and stuff like that, but you were like, he doesn't work hard. He's a comedian. He's doing something that people dream of doing. He's doing like a dream job.
No, I never said he never worked hard.
No. This is what I'm saying.
I'm going to get a lot of shit if
No. He obviously works hard in a way that's like a creative sense. He works hard in that sense. He spends a lot of time just being creative.
I mean, I'll even accept that he's tired a lot because he does. Maybe he does work hard. He does training a lot. Sure, he works really hard.
That's it.
But so does the guy at McDonald's.
10 times fucking harder than what he's doing. So, and
it's a job that he fucking hates, but he needs to keep doing it because he can't afford his house without McDonald's paying him the fucking shitty minimum wage. And people like Joe Rogan are like, oh, I need my 100 million because I work hard for it. Like, fucking have some perspective, mate.
That's it. Because that was a point I tried to bring up to you, and I was when you said that, I was like, totally, that makes sense.
But it doesn't seem to. It doesn't seem to get into people's minds that they're making this money because other people are sacrificing things. They can get their deliveries to their corporations because people pay road tax to keep the roads maintained. They aren't making lots of losses because the police are making sure robberies are as low as possible. They're benefiting for these things, and they're totally refusing to put any money back into it, and it's just, you're selfish as shit. It's ridiculous.
It's about a fucker, like. Right, well, what I think I'll do is, we're about at the half an hour mark there, so we'll play the next track, man. The reason I'm playing this, obviously, because mainly it's good, but we've also got Loki coming in next Wednesday, which is going to be fucking brilliant.
He's doing Scotland Stand Up and...
he's doing Scotland Stand Up, plug again, second plug. So he's doing the Scotland Stand Up podcast, we'll do like an hour, maybe an hour 15 minutes or something like that on strictly music. And we'll get him on here and we'll talk about music and kind of other stuff that he does. Cause,
and it's not as if he's not active in other things, is it?
Well, that's it. He's pretty active in all
he's a grass as well.
What a start. But I think we'll play this. This is Loki with a track called Before I Sound Off, produced by Drake.
Think you're fucking with us, sometimes trolls and the entendres and drowning them in the troubled water under the bridge. I'm holding nothing back, so fuck a humble rap. I want rebuttal tracks for the fact that double back in the tumbler. You buffed the bastard road in the windy and stuck a $100 sterling cash and your mother's wonder bra. Fuck your dad, you cause I'm fucking gash. Go ask the other lumberjacks for your cul-de-sac where I've been hanging culture hacks by the duck and cover bands. Understand I'm the fucking man, even when I'm no front in a band. You're piggybacking the current fad. I'm a year away from throwing the whole paradigm at Russell Brand. Fucking man, I have nothing to say to you. I'm wanting nothing to do with you and your wavy overrated crew making waves with your 88 views. I'd rather stay in a house and watch trailer reviews. Before I sound off, I thought I'd let you get a couple rounds off. Shutting your mouth off. Before I sound off, I thought I'd let you get a couple rounds off. My happiness ought to be the focus of everybody's efforts. Crowds part in my presence, my successes inspire resentments. Waging my war on a rapper's contentment. I build a scene to only later return and condemn it. Check it, like your boss for lumps. You went to school and got your dumps. And guess what, son? Your mug get pumped. Oh, cunts, want me to say something witty? Cool, always knew that it was shifty. Oh, give a fuck what area you're into. Stick into the shanty and drop a mic before I fucking kill you. Cause you're a legitimate piss take and eligible for a smidgen in my sympathy. My advance is your humiliation. Enjoy obscurity, bitching about your situation. Why should I take the time and sit and think about what I write? Here's a project of me just talking shite. Before I sound off, I thought I'd let you get a couple rounds off. Shutting your mouth off. Before I sound off, I thought I'd let you get a couple rounds off. It's Mr. Loki for the B and crew, just in case you people don't know who you're speaking to. Beef for you, I'll stab a fucking Pikachu for trying to leak a tune. Peekaboo. So if you think it's time for you to be a chief at rapping, call me out, see what happens. Catch me throwing out another carcass to make space in my wall for the beloved artist. If the artist's rapping's never been nothing but target practice, consider your entire fucking market captured. Microphone check me, I'm on the next train carrying a dead freight. You get me? Pull a sex face, fucking with my feng shui. Conscripting going 10 hectares in my headspace. I'm nobody's best mate. When I step up in the booth, checkmate. Before I sound off, I thought I'd let you get a couple rounds off. Shutting your mouth off. Before I sound off, I thought I'd let you get a couple rounds off.
That was Loki with a track called Before I Sound Off, produced by Drake. I always feel like I should say Drage for some reason because it's Drage.
I thought you were meant it was Drake,
No, but produced
but
by
you
Drake.
fucked up. Aye, I reckon why. I reckon why it came in my head that Loki was doing a track produced
Well,
by
that's,
Drake.
that's Loki Before I Sound
Also, I
Off.
should clarify that when I called him a grass, I was referring to the people that when he started working with the violence reduction unit,
Oh, people saying that about it?
people were like, "Oh, he's a grass,"
Right.
and well, it was probably just the same people that normally give Loki shit. But
Ah.
aye,
Numbers.
that was what I was referring to. I wasn't actually calling him.
I was confused as well. I was like, what are you calling my grass for? Like, Jesus. So we've got basically he's coming on Wednesday, so we're going to be talking to him first on the Scotland Stand Up podcast, which will only be streamed live. Then it's going to be confusing for him. We'll do the Scotland Stand Up thing. We'll just do that normal.
When's that released?
It'll probably be quite soon after it, I'd imagine.
Nice voice crack.
So I will release it like quite soon after that, I would imagine. Could probably do it the same day, I'd imagine, the Scotland
Right.
Stand Up one. Then we'll do like the live stream for Besides the Note for this.
And then that'll be released.
And then that'll be
I think
released,
it'll be either that Tuesday.
3 weeks.
Oh shit, that'll be released the Tuesday after he's here.
Aye. No.
Oh, the Tuesday after. The fuck's
Aye,
sake.
Tuesday, 3 weeks or something.
Oh Christ.
Aye.
Oh, that's not cool.
But as we say, that's if we've got like a backlog of stuff, that's why we have to do it, because it's every
Aye.
week for the guests and stuff. So
That's
but
unfortunate.
that's cool. Something to look forward to.
Aye.
And you can listen live anyway, so what you can complain about.
Aye,
If
totally.
you've got a job, you can. So.
No.
But Ross Murray's tuned in. Yo, boys. There you go.
Fuck
I think
off,
Ross
Ross.
tuned in at a time when we were like, hey, what's that fucking noise? Just
Which hasn't came back.
it's not
thankfully.
came back, so the roof is fine.
It did
Could it have been the fucking projector? Because my
What?
dad set it up, so that could be fucking
like
breaking.
falling off.
Aye.
No, it was coming from up there, man. I
Ah.
thought the ceiling was about to fucking fall down.
Could be the light
Because
fixes.
when it stopped tapping, I was like, shit, this is the end.
It could well be
Because
the
it
light.
tends to be when it stops creaking is when it collapses.
I was thinking it could be the light fittings, man. Could well be that.
And who put them up?
Because Uncle Rab.
Definitely the light thing.
That's definitely the light fittings.
Hang on, that was Scooter that put them in, was it not?
Oh no, it was aye, fuck. I was
Rab
gonna...
put the fans in. That's why they fucked up,
Aye, totally. There's probably still holes there that are all fucked.
probably.
But aye, love to Uncle Rab there. So, and shout to you, Ross Murray. Thanks for tuning in, boy. So we're going to be talking about something that Ross isn't interested in now, so you want to bring that up?
Oh, aye. So Jeremy Corbyn's been getting fucking bum raped by
Bum rate.
the right for being an anti-Semite.
Aye.
It's pretty hilarious. He's been getting a lot of shit. A slew of accusations of anti-Semitism aimed at discrediting Jeremy Corbyn and the left more generally reached a low point last week. The National Union of Students has just elected the first black Muslim woman president, Malia Baltia.
Aye.
I reckon how to pronounce her name. Immediately the right-wing press and some Labour MPs went into overdrive to attack her as anti-Semitic. These accusations were based on her opposition to Israel and her support for Palestinian resistance. So basically they're conflating anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism,
Right.
which obviously is a pedantic argument, but Palestinians are also Semites. What they mean is anti-Jewish.
Right.
And that's totally not the same as being anti-Zionist. There's Jews that are anti-Zionist.
So it could be like so it's definitely a political correctness issue. Somebody's
just-
mixed it up.
No, it's no political correctness. It's attempt to discredit Jeremy Corbyn.
Oh.
It's easy to call someone who's anti-Zionist anti-Semitic because it seems like it's anti-Jew because you didn't want Jews killing loads of Palestinians.
Oh.
Oh, the Jews aren't allowed to kill them. Oh, you're being anti-Semitic.
That's mental, isn't it? Fucking hell.
It's ridiculous. But it's something the right are really good at doing. Like, when Jeremy Corbyn first became the leader, he was like claimed to be this fucking terrorist sympathiser because he wants to deal with Al Qaeda in a different way. He didn't want to do what we done and just go and start fucking dropping bombs on cunts.
You see that thing that they on Facebook as well? They put the Jeremy Corbyn thing up, but they edited out a certain thing which made him look like he was supporting terrorists.
Ah, you did. I can't remember what it was though.
It was some conversation, but they obviously cut out some of the conversation so that made him look like he was like, I support. No, it was something like I support terrorism or something. I support ISIS or some shit like that.
Oh, aye! And then somebody done the same thing to David Cameron to prove how easy it was to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And David Cameron didn't mention that.
No.
The BBC News didn't mention that, even though they were quite happy to go to a Jewish neighbourhood in the UK to ask about their opinion on Jeremy Corbyn. They were like, I'm not relenting him, he's a total anti-Semite. And he's totally not an anti-Semite. It's such a shit thing to do to somebody as to claim a racist agenda that doesn't exist.
Oh.
No, I'm not saying that anti-Semitism doesn't exist.
No,
I'm saying that in Jeremy Corbyn it doesn't exist.
Oh.
At least as far as I can see. It's
just mere stupid point scoring, man.
So, I mean, this has got a full page in the Scottish Socialist
Aye.
and the Socialist Workers' Party paper thing.
That's it.
So I like this paper. It's been kind of, as we showed, it's got headlines that normally wouldn't be in the Sun.
Aye.
And it's got a lot of things.
I said they specifically worked on the headlines so that they're like properly.
What's the Sun got? We'll do the opposite.
Aye,
it seems to be like that, which I like. I like it's saying real things. It's just being blunt and honest. And I mean, there's probably going to be a time eventually where I'm going to totally disagree with it, but
Aye. As you do with some things, man.
Exactly, it's always going to happen, but
disagree with some stuff.
I totally respect this people.
Totally, man. So, are you ready for your...
There is one thing I want to bring up.
There you go.
It's a funny thing. I think it could easily be taken as a much more serious issue than I'm taking it, because I'm just laughing at it because it's funny. As the SNP got caught on a billboard with Nicola Sturgeon saying, "Don't hope for change, vote for it," or something like that.
Totally.
And it turns out it's a Margaret Thatcher thing. And then I seen Kezia Dugdale dissing the SNP for doing this, and then I've now seen people sharing both votes Labour graphics with the exact same slogan on it. So I'm not sure what's happening, whether that's just a mistake that someone started to get it away for the SNP or what's happened. But it seems
could it be a form of trolling as well? Could it be that?
Well, I've seen Labour supporters sharing it.
Alright, sure. Maybe it's done as a troll.
What might have happened is that somebody for the SNP has been really annoyed at the fuck up that Nicola Sturgeon, or the SNP, because it probably wasn't Nicola Sturgeon that done it, that the SNP's had, and thought, I could turn this back around on Labour. Because if Kezia Dugdale did really say that, she wouldn't have came out and moaned about the SNP, because it would be too easy for her to lose her position as well. Like, it seems, I know politicians sometimes fuck up, but that seems like too much of a fuck up. But it's funny. I'm quite happy to laugh with that.
That's fine.
I mean, it's as you said, it's a quite easy slogan. It's most politicians.
It's so easy that like anybody could use it.
Most politicians have probably used it at some point and thinking
what was
they're
that
original.
again? What was it?
Don't just hope for change, vote for it or something.
That's extremely fucking simple.
Just such a politician statement to make. So I taken it how serious some people are taking it.
It's like a psychic would use.
I can imagine there's people who are Liberal Democrats or whatever just totally being outraged at this. But what are you laughing at?
Fucking Ross, man. I'm not going to tell the story, but I just wrote leg kick woo, and that's funny to me.
I reckon the story
I'm going to move on anyway because we've not got much time and shit.
So I'm sure there's people that are taking it very, very seriously, but I'm just laughing because it's funny.
That's it. So, are you ready for your wee segment, son?
What wee segment, son?
I was thinking if you...
Right, Mr. Miyagi.
Segment, son.
Segment,
I was thinking if you... Brian, racist voices. I was thinking if you say what you're going to say, and then we could just kind of chat about it after it. And then we'll do the last bit. Cool.
So,
Oh, no, wait, son.
Right, alright, sorry. I'll take a drink. I'll get ready for this.
This is going to be so shit because it's not even a good sample. It's like the third best sample I could have found. This segment is called...
What the fuck?
There is much better versions of that, man. I was trying to get like Joey Diaz just go, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
So aye, as
Do
soon as
that
I can
again?
find that. It's a great idea, but try to find the sample. It would take way
Actually,
too long.
it's no bad.
Aye.
This segment is called.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
There you go.
It's not that bad,
It's not that bad. It's not amazing either, though. That's the.
but I would much prefer. What the
We'll
fuck?
get a, I was trying to find like I was going
Joey
through
Diaz would be perfect.
Well, I was going through the Sopranos, and there's loads of like there's a fuck compilation
Aye.
where it's just them.
But
saying,
you watched the it's like part 1, 2, and 3.
oh yeah,
But they've called out the what there's. It's just been fuck, shit, cunt.
no shit.
Aye.
Bastard.
Fuck you. That's
Oh,
kind
fair enough. So you go into what you're saying on the section called.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's going to be right until we get a better one. It's going to be hard today.
Aye.
This is just a test anyway. We'll get a better one soon.
So
We'll move up in what the fucks as we
Aye.
go along. So that'll be brilliant.
or what the fuck will increase in quality.
There you go.
So, if you followed our podcast, or Besides the Non podcast, you might notice that we've had a little bit of shit recently. It was because we had a libertarian in, and with us being socialists, we've been sort of surrounded by people that already agree with us. We've been preaching to the choir a lot. But since we plan to get in every candidate for every political party that's standing in their constituency, we had to sort of go out of our comfort zone. We got in touch with the Conservatives. Didn't turn up if they said he would, but we got in contact with them.
Listen here, what the fuck?
Aye. We got in touch with the Liberal Democrats who did come. We spoke to Labour. We've spoken to the Greens, although they've not actually been on the podcast.
Nah, no yet, nah.
We've spoken to Solidarity, obviously. Who else have we had? We're hoping it gets a rise.
Fed Labour. Okay.
I said that.
Oh fuck. I think that's about it, isn't it?
So we got a Kaz Paul in, and we suffered a bit of shit for that. Basically, I was told that it was my job to know about libertarianism, the history of libertarianism, which I totally fucking disagree with. I didn't know about Ayn Rand. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Is apparently an old American guy who was a libertarian during the time where it was Native Americans versus cowboys and Indians. It was cowboys and Indians, basically, is what's happening. So I didn't know about this, and because I'm not libertarian, I didn't think I needed to. But the claim was put towards me that I should have been more critical towards Kaz because real libertarians were socialists, which I refute. Absolutely point blank refute. Libertarianism has never had anything attached to it. Libertarianism has been a philosophy of people deserve liberty, and that's it. They get liberty. That's the end of the conversation. Whether you're a socialist or a capitalist has nothing to do with libertarianism. Libertarianism now, as an ideology within political parties and stuff, tends to mean you're a capitalist. But you get libertarian socialists. I mean, it's such a no true Scotsman fallacy to claim, oh, real libertarians are this, just because whether they were the first ones or just because they're the ones that you agree with. It's a fucking bullshit argument. And like, it's not as if I didn't know what libertarianism was. I wanted him to explain his take and his beliefs as a libertarianism. Libertarianism, like, we're libertarians. We believe in liberty for people, but we're not libertarians in the sense of a political party. We're not capitalists. We didn't think the smallest government possible to the microscopic level is useful, but we're still libertarians in the sense that we think the government shouldn't really be involved in marriage. Human rights should be a given as opposed to just given to us by government, things like that. So it's much bigger than just saying all libertarians are socialists, and I think that's bullshit.
That's it. And I think one of the biggest points you missed was that we're not actually a political podcast, mainly. The whole idea of what we do is an an entertainment podcast. We are no so much entertaining, which begs the question is why we're doing a fucking news show.
But that's why we get guests.
And that's why we get guests, and we get entertainers in, we get politicians in. The reason we started to get politicians in is because Craig became more interested in it. And it's like, and because of obviously the election coming up, it was good to get them in. But she seems to think that we should be like highly knowledgeable on every single subject that if we get somebody in.
And I think that's totally impossible.
It's
If I had to be knowledgeable to that extent of every person we had in, I'd need to be knowledgeable on magic tricks. I'd need to know about everything counsellors do in their work. I'd need to know everything about theology. I'd need to know everything about breakdancing culture. I'd need to know everything about YouTubing and technology, about video cameras. It's just not possible.
No.
I can't know everything. I think I know enough about libertarianism to do a podcast on libertarianism, even if I don't know everything about libertarianism.
But again, the podcast wasn't about libertarianism.
Exactly.
It was about Kaz Paul.
Exactly. But that's what I mean. I think I know enough to do a podcast talking about libertarianism. And
Paul.
I wasn't needing to do it on that podcast. I was just asking him to tell us his ideas. It wasn't... people think that I should automatically just be like, no, you're wrong, socialism's the only way to go. And while I maybe believe that he's wrong and socialism is the way to go, it's not what the fucking podcast was for.
No.
It's for him to put what he believes. And so if people agree with him, then fucking vote for him. It's not I'm no scared of my position to the point where I'm like, anybody that doesn't vote for socialism is just ruining my life. Like, if you didn't believe me, then be open-minded to let me try and convince you. But if I didn't convince you, then fucking didn't vote for it. Like, I'd much prefer that you didn't vote in the same vein as me because you didn't agree with me than just pretend you agree with me to suit other people. That's pish. I hate that. That's nonsense to me.
That's it. Definitely, man. So
that's my what the fuck. What the fuck is...
No. That was your...
What the fuck?
It's really calm. It's too calm.
It's too calm.
It's like...
Because what this is meant to be
it's like
is
a
a rant.
kind of... What the fuck? Like,
This segment is meant to be a rant. It's meant to be a sort of like...
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Aye.
Like something like that.
It's meant to be like that, but this was just a... Aye.
Terrible. Fucking terrible. God's sake.
This will get better though. I think
this will get better.
The more the what the fuck improves in quality, the more my ranting will improve. Because this one was just a one-off, just because it happened here. Normally it will only be things that I've planned out in advance. So
that's it. So
finally.
When you get, I've not even got bothered with a sample for that. It's quite easy just to say "and finally." Like, as you've seen on the news, what the day is, they do the kind of usual doom and gloom stories as they normally do. Like, everybody's dying, everybody's got AIDS, everybody's anus is lost, and then
AIDS.
And then at the end, they'll do a story about a dog finding a penguin lost.
Is that something that happens in mainstream news? I feel like they just shove an
They do it on STV. They do it on STV.
Do they not just shove an depressing story on at the end?
No, they definitely do. And finally, I've seen it a whole bunch of times.
Maybe it's a...
So this one this is a bit of what the fuck as well.
I love this story.
Fifers receiving fewer food waste bags.
No!
Mental. Calm down. Fife Council was cutting them. Fife Council.
Sorry, carry on.
Fucking hell.
What? Sorry, man.
This is me, how you do radio.
When you go?
Fife Council was cutting the number of... Thank fuck, this is just a pilot. Jesus Christ. Fife Council was cutting the number of food waste bags it delivers to households. Households would now be... I love the spell mistake in here as well. Fucking hell. Grammar. Households will now receive 3 rolls of food waste bags every 12 months for the food waste carry. Each roll contains 25 bags per roll, which works out at about 1.5 bags per week, which I think's enough.
That's
because we don't waste food in this house.
Not be able to look at the size of us.
Aye. And you shouldn't really be wasting food. To be fair.
Just cook less. Like, how...
So, Ian Gallagher, Development Officer from Fife Council's Arm's Length Company, Resource Efficient Solutions LLP, who delivered the food waste bag, said about half of the food waste bags provided to households currently are not being used to recycle food waste. This means that
How do they check that?
they must go to houses and be like finger the bags and stuff, get everything checked and that. But this isn't a big issue, and this is why it's an end finally, because it's fucking, they've cut it down a wee bit. Although I haven't received the fucking food waste bin.
Maybe we didn't use it, so maybe we've not been in this house or rain for over a year yet, so I reckon when they deliver them, whether it's like December or whether they'll do it at the beginning of the year or...
Right. That's mad, like, that's why it's an end finally. Unfortunately, it's just a shitey...
Mind, you've still got your blue bin.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so if you run out of bags, you can just put it in the blue bin as well. I mean, it'll not be recycled, but it's better than just leaving loads of food there the ground. It's not a huge deal.
No, that's it.
Or finish your tea.
just eat it.
Just eat your tea.
You know, that's when you get to the end of your tea, it's usually just like wee shite scraps, and there's like, for some reason you just can't finish it. But a wee tiny bit of bacon at the side, and you're like, food! Trying to get the bacon done.
Grandad used to hate me if I'd done that.
Oh, yeah.
And of course he doesn't anymore.
Nah, because he's dead. So, aye, that's cool.
That was bad.
It sounded worse as well. So that's kind of it for the test pilot, man.
I think it went alright.
I think it went alright. Aye. Fuck.
I mean, it could be polished up.
Could be a hell of a lot better. We need a better what the fuck.
Do we want it to be better? Do we want it to be more polished, or is it good being amateur hour?
I like it to be a wee bit more polished. A wee bit. Not too much, where it's like shite. Because I think when we first started, we just fucking... Like our first podcast, it was in the intro, we just were talking. It just started when we were already started talking. I mean, the first Desert Island Dicks thing.
I'm going to need to go back and listen to one.
Mind that. Go back and listen to it. It's fucking
Maybe
mental.
I didn't want it though.
Aye, it's pretty terrible.
Did you hear? Right, folks.
But I do that everywhere. It's
Welcome to the Desert Island Dicks podcast.
I didn't care where that came from. Like, I'd never say that in real life.
You never say folks ever.
Nah, never.
You never say alright either.
I become a different person when I'm on the air. It's dumb as fuck. It's crazy.
Do you think this is... Imagine if we done this when we done the first episode of the Desert Island Dicks.
Like if we just continued this, like the way we are now.
Aye.
I'm going to be a lot more successful, because I think when we started Desert Island Dicks, we were just a couple of dicks doing a talk.
Aye.
We just talked for ages, and then we got other people in and talked for ages about that stuff. Kind of doing the same as what we're doing now.
Aye.
So I think we've been doing quite well, I'd imagine. It's helpful getting kind of get guests.
No, I meant at the level that we were in the
Oh
first.
no, alright. You never know. You never fucking know.
Like if we done this podcast with the unprofessionalism.
No. It probably wouldn't get very far.
No.
Like, cause imagine getting politicians in and then you're like, fucking...
Oh, we
everything
do
up.
kind of fuck with them a wee bit.
A wee bit.
I mean, I got to tell the deputy provost that she wasn't as important as we'd first initially thought. So that was fun.
I was funny just seeing her kind of taken aback going, oh, what am I?
I've never had that said to me before, fucking hell.
I think I called her like a professional vegetarian before I even got into what she was
So
doing.
I bet if you come on the podcast, expect to be ridiculed a wee bit.
Oh, fuck aye. It's always good.
Even if we like you.
Oh, yeah, totally. Expect it more if we like you.
Expect it more if we like you, yeah.
That's it. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you want to go and check the website,
Ross,
Aye.
specifically.
Ross, well, Big Chris just shared a link there, so...
Did I?
Aye.
Nice.
I'm not sure if it was this, though. It might have been fucking... I'll quickly check before we go off. Could have been anything else. Oh, no, it is.
That is nice.
New show live right now with Stephen Scuba. Don't die directly into the mic, please. They must have coughed at some point. Cheeky blaster. So shout out to Big Chris. Use the chat box, you fuck. Instead of going on Facebook. That's what it's there for. Everything's there.
Aye.
Just ridiculing people.
You could have asked us fucking questions in there as well, you
aye.
ball bags.
Since we've got time left, I've just got that leg kick woo thing.
What was that?
Well, me and Darren and Ross were at the Swan one night, and fucking it was like a karaoke night or something. I don't know why we even went.
Karaoke night at this one.
Oh
Christ.
but there was this gigantic gay guy came in, and
Sorry, Dave, worry.
gigantic gay guy. He came in and he was sort of with this lassie, and he put his arms around her shoulders, and kind of like when you see like that fucking can kick thing. He kept doing that, so he would kick his leg and go, woo! Woo! Like, that's what he done that constantly. And then me and Ross and Dan will try to hear a conversation, and then just every now and again you'd be like, woo! Like that, a wee leg. Oh, fucking hell. So anytime I see Ross, I'll be like, woo! Oh, you're here. Oh, it was fucking brilliant. So hopefully Ross is... Oh god, I love that fucking bit, man. Fucking hell. Oh, I'm glad I got that out. So anyway, cheers for everybody for tuning in. btnpodcast.weebly.com and that. You can check us on SoundCloud besides on podcast. Craig, stop pushing yourself. You can check us on Mixcloud, SoundCloud. Where else are we? We're on Speaker. It's Craig's deed. You can check for me.
We're on YouTube, dude.
Oh, YouTube as well. We're going to finish with a tune that we like. Ross is pushing himself laughing as well. Quality, man. So fuck's sake.
Fred, you're a serious fucking podcast.
Right, cool. We hit the end this now before I fucking D. This fuck's sake. This is uncontrollable. Right, so the last tune we've got is Liez with a track called Liez. We like this tune. This is what it's on. Peace, catch his litter.
To the back.
Woo! Woo!
Lie sleeping in your eyes open, you'll never open up your eyes sleeping. Living unconsciously, spend your life dreaming. Massively underachieved, passing a grass at blue cheese. A few G's, or do you till the food freeze? Underqualified to deal with life. Feel the knife this pace into your hope and pride. The way that you were told it, mate. The way you benefit advised, I told you broke. Say that you were none the wiser when that bitch a joke. But who the one that's done it, bro? I think it's fucking funny. When you're hungry and you buy that dope with no money. You ain't even trying to live, trying to get by. Forced to scratch, save, spend the penny on the next high. There can be a wet, dry gas supply too. You're a wasteful guy, so why should I supply you? You could at least try, smoke the same suit, but you'd at least tie. At least I'm putting in 100 and I feel fly. I wander freely to the end of time. Not of existence, just a portion it's made, cause it's important to claim. If you never reach the summit, bro, you'll plummet. Caught in the current it's made. Yeah, I wander freely to the end of time. Not of existence, just a portion it's made, cause it's important to claim. If you never reach the summit, bro, you'll plummet. Caught in the current it's made. A rap beast that consume weakness. And turn it into strength, maybe you can't beat this. Your crew Caesar, start yapping, but you the new Jesus. Please, cause I clean you off quicker than Mr. Sheen does. I'm just living life according to my own design. The mistakes are made on mine, so I can do the time. So come inside and find yourself, the light will guide you forward. And if times are tight, then writing rhymes is hype pharaohs, they can't be bothered. And if you can't, then I don't pity you. While you demand I sit on a couch in your shitty living room and chill with you. And listen about how you don't get no shout out. How you roundhouse motherfuckers in their mouth for showing down now. You can catch me at the underpass, humble. Spitting rhymes of an underclass struggle with some soldiers in the street, but we don't need no dirty rotten grip to show you how the heat flow. People like me know. I wander freely to the end of time. Not of existence, just a portion it's made, cause it's important to claim. If you never reach the summit, bro, you'll plummet. Caught in the current it's made. I wander freely to the end of time. Not of existence, just a portion it's made, cause it's important to claim. If you never reach the summit, bro, you'll plummet. Caught in the current it's made. I wander freely to the end of time. Not of existence, just a portion it's made, cause it's important to claim. If you never reach the summit, bro, you'll plummet. Caught in the current.